Kissable, huggable, unbelievable. That's not a cue for you to get touchy-feely, bro. Let's stay on your space there. Appreciate it. I mean, yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up, but I'm not desperate. You know, I've been with my wife for 25 years.
Yeah.
A lot of people say I bag on my wife. I don't, though. I like to do light comical things about her because, let's be honest, when you have someone in your life for that long, what do you got to back up? You know what I mean?
She's got two reasons that she can't complain. Number one, she said yes.
Yep.
And then she said I do.
There you have it.
Boom.
So, yeah, he was actually here, by the way. I take it back that I was mocking Mike Barrett. He was at the back door, but doesn't have a key to the building. And during snow days, we don't park in the back. We park up in the front.
It's a very complicated array of locks back there, too. So I know that my cheapest credit card would not have let me in.
You probably could have gotten out of San Quentin easier. It's not that the locks, because the locks are probably all busted. It's the fact that there's like these door handles that just infinitively spin.
Yeah.
So
it's like a puzzle. It's pretty exciting.
It is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
We need to get David Copperfield and what's that street magician? Blaine something. No.
I don't know.
David Blaine.
David Blaine.
Oh,
you have to be a David to be in the business, apparently.
Obviously so. Yeah, I just figured that out too.
Yeah.
So last week we discussed all kinds of interesting things. Sometimes we spark off and head in a direction that nobody knows where we're going, and somehow it comes full circle. God will dig that.
We try.
Sometimes it's just like a loose fray end of something where we just kind of fall off into the deep end, and everybody goes, wonder what happened there.
Yeah.
Good Policies, by the way, is not only something that you can enjoy with us every 7:50 Wednesday morning. I actually went online. It was the first time I'd ever gone and checked out some of the stuff that you have, and you've got just day after day of things that you do in your life, things about Good Policies, information about Barrett Insurance Agency, our conversations, which is great because if somebody had some like, I wonder about dog insurance, or I wonder about things in the snow, or snowmobiles, or cars, or kids going to college, you really have it categorized pretty well where you can go and find out information. I would always say go directly to the horse, but if you're trying to waste time watching cat videos and checking out Barrett Insurance Agency on YouTube, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, for insurance, it's not that bad.
It is pretty exciting.
Not that bad.
You keep things pretty feisty, amazing, virile.
Well, insurance, come on, insurance. Just the word alone. I mean, it's not a very fun proposition. People kind of dread talking and hearing about it, and certainly dread paying for it. But when they need it, my God, it's there. But to go through the process, we try to make it as pain-free as possible. There's a couple of ways to do it. One, you can just do it like a Band-Aid and rip it off and be quick with it. Or you can just make it so it's understandable and not as painful, which is the method that we try to take.
Well, and a lot of people get very excited about hearing our conversations because they say that they don't get bored with the fact that we're just sitting here talking about insurance, that people get to know you. And I think that business is better when people know you. You're not just in the community, but you're a part of the community. You've been here for years, and when people need you, you're there for them. And I think that when you have a relationship like that, there are certain places that I continue to go eat, shop, not necessarily that I care for the people, the food, or whatever, but I have a pleasant experience there, and they know who I am every time.
Right.
And so I think that...
Plus, the meals are numbered, which is pretty easy. Very comforting.
Take a number 3, extra cheese. Wouldn't that be great if insurance was much like that?
No.
I'd like package number 7. Yeah.
That's what we try to stay away from because it's not a one-size-fits-all.
But Barrett Insurance Agency, growing year after year, you've been in business now for... How many years on your own with you and the wife?
So, second generation husband and wife. My dad retired at the end of 2014, so as of January 1, 2015, we became the owners.
Okay, so congratulations. Going on, what is that, 4 years? Half the people are good at math and the other 3/4 aren't. So
we're going into our third full year.
Third.
Yeah.
Third, thank you.
Yeah.
So what did you want to discuss? Anything?
Well, you kind of let it off where you and I have a lot to talk about, and we're here every week, and there's a lot of stuff about us, talking on the web, on YouTube, and on our Facebook page and such. But there are other people in the office, and I like to make sure people know that we're really a team. You know, I mean, I always like to say that I am just a laborer, and the real boss sits at the desk in front.
Is this one of those you have to like suck up to your wife because Valentine's Day is coming
No,
up?
she's not listening. And she doesn't go to YouTube and listen to this either. But no, I just feel it's very important that, you know, we have my wife Jennifer, who you know, we're second generation husband and wife ownership. We've both been in the business the same amount of time, 10 years. We both are just dedicated and love what we do, and so she's the same as I am, except
I don't think she's the same as you are.
She's better than I am.
Yeah.
She doesn't come in here and talk, but other than that, she's there. And then her mom, Kim Panton, who is our customer service representative, who's also licensed. She's also somebody who can help you out. And then we have Anita Scholander, who sits up front as well. And we've had Anita with us for a few months now, and really happy to have her aboard. She's been a very good part of the team. We're trying to adopt her, but the paperwork keeps getting
very slow state work.
But, you know, we are a family-owned and operated business, but even if you're not blood, you're certainly family when you work with us. And so we really have a good team, and we all love what we do. We do, you know, personal lines, commercial lines, workers' compensation. Any one of us can easily help you out. They're just a good crew.
You just said workman's comp. If I'm not a person who subscribes with you for insurance, can I go to you for workman's comp questions, or do you get into weird legalities there where you can't discuss certain things? How does that work
Not
out?
necessarily weird legalities. If you have questions about things, we certainly are there to help you, especially in the quoting process. But if you have a policy and you have a question, the best method is to certainly go to the representative that has that policy, because companies have specific endorsements. There's a lot of things at play there. And then if it's something beyond that, where you maybe don't want to go to that person, maybe a legal counsel is the way to go.
But that's more of a thing that companies would go and say, hey, I need this to be in effect for my company, not somebody personally.
Right. Workers' compensation is for when you have employees. So like the state of Vermont, I'm sure you've seen those commercials on television where they talk about misclassification of employees.
We've actually run the ads here on the radio, too.
Okay. So that's very much along the same line, where subcontractor versus employee, you know? So if somebody is an employee of yours, you by law, with only a few exceptions in Vermont, need to have a workers' compensation policy. We have people who have nannies, who have full-time housekeepers, who, I mean, it runs the gamut all the way up to full-blown factories. So anything in between, if you are an employee, there needs to be a workers' compensation policy. We have a workers' comp policy on the employees at our office as well.
Very interesting.
Just watching out for those the staples.
Yeah, well, just the thing that you said, the fact that even if you had like a nanny or just maybe one or two employees, that the state still requires you to have workman's comp insurance.
The domestic employee, absolutely.
So maybe somebody was like, wait a minute, did they just seriously say that? And they may have not known because maybe just through doing good business, all of a sudden their business took off and they hired a person or two and just said, hey, I'll pay you, you know, whatever.
Under the table. Under the table, actually going there, but you know, that's the thing.
You can't pay under the table and
no,
and workman's comp.
No, you can't. And it really comes down to, you know, if you are in business, having proper guidance through the process, whether it be through your accounting with a CPA or with an insurance agent or a consultant of some kind. But you really should have that protection.
All right.
Don't take the gamble, because remember, if you don't have that, you're self-insuring.
Ooh, and
that's a scary
never
proposition.
Yeah, never good. Yeah. Sometimes those bills could be enormous.
Yeah. We can talk for another 60 seconds.
I was going to say, you might as well just keep on chatting.
I mean, I don't have much else to say, sir, but I see you eyeing that clock.
all morning long, it has just been one sort of unusual thing after another. Kept saying, where's the paper? Where is the newspaper? Can anybody find? When I was coming in at 3:30 this morning, I put it right underneath my car tire.
Do you want to know something very cool? They have an electronic version of that now that you can just get online.
For real?
Yeah, yeah. Pretty high tech.
You are so space age Jetson like.
Even on your phone, sir. On your phone.
Good policies, Mike Barrett. You can find out more information by calling him directly.
You can give us a call at 802-748-5224. We're on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, right in the same building as Beacon Realty, tucked in between them and Union Bank. You can check us out at thebarrettagency.com, Facebook, Google+, and YouTube is Barrett Insurance Agency. And, sir, you have like 10 seconds before you have to go. So.
I figure before we say goodbye, what are you getting your wife for Valentine's Day since she's not listening? Oh, sorry. Time's up.
Ding, 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 ding.
Gotta go. Okay. Good to see you again, Mike.